Welcome back, everyone. Scotty Combat here. Let's talk about some things we're getting in Legacy Collection and maybe a few things I forgot to mention that I want to share with you. As always, these are some pretty exciting updates. One of them I want to say is an hour of archival footage. In one of my previous videos, I had mentioned that we're getting 3 hours of interviews, but I don't know how I overlooked the 1 hour of archival footage. Something that caught my eye is this guy right here, and I'm glad he's still kicking, genuinely. With that said, I don't know why we haven't seen him back in so many different Mortal Kombat games that he's had the opportunity to now. This is Steve Ritchie, the original voice for Shao Kahn that is in Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, UMK3, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. This dude has always been my favorite voice for Shao Kahn, so it's good to see that he's going to be in here. I'm excited to see what else we can learn about him because there's really not much out there. Now, don't worry, there's going to be some other things I go over with you as well. That is, some more things included in Legacy Collection and some things that are still in the air. Now, I'm going to go over some other things that I've also noticed that's being included in Legacy Collection, and then some things, unfortunately, that aren't, that I just realized recently. And then, of course, some games that I'm really excited to play. Now, most of us are already familiar with the music player that's going to be coming in the game, where you can go through different songs through different games. However, what I didn't know was being able to create your own playlists out of these. You can mix and match songs. Like, for example, there's some games where I like some songs and some of the other songs I feel like just aren't as good. So I do think it's cool you can favorite your own playlist of classic Mortal Kombat songs. There's some really good tracks in Mortal Kombat 3, but some of the tracks in there really just don't do it for me, like The Street. It just feels out of place. I get it that you're in the street, it is the 90s. It's some kind of odd Mortal Kombat hip-hop track I just never vibed with, but it doesn't take away from how good some of these other tracks are, and I do think it's really nice that we'll be able to put these together. My question is if we'll be able to use this playlist in-game, or if it's only something we can put together when we're actually in the screen itself. And we have a big one here, which is the bezels, which hopefully we get a lot of them, the more the merrier. These are your borders to keep your aspect ratio about where they should be as far as the game size. As you can tell here on the sides, it does look like a CRT TV. It's even got the little ventilated dots on the sides. A pretty cool attention to detail is they added the glare on top of the screen. You see where it says 00 wins. It's like you can see the light reflection on the top of the bezel. You can see the glare there as if you're really playing it on an actual TV. Like, that's how it was back in the day. You would actually see that light reflect off of the TV. It's pretty cool they did this. That's very good attention to detail. I'm very grateful they did. It's the small things that count. And it looks like it truly shows that with whatever color is present at the top of the screen is what you're going to see the glare on towards the top. Like where it says press start, it's white. Oh, wait a minute. Where it says press start, it's white, and then where it says your wins, it's yellow, and then it's got a yellow glare above it. I forgot when I'm recording, my hands work backwards. Now, for some reason, they brought this version of Mortal Kombat 2 up, that is the 32X version, the Sega version, as if this may have been overlooked. Was this not on the original list? Because I thought it was, but maybe it wasn't. They decided to let us know now. Alright, yeah, I just pulled up the list and it is on there. What would be a nice surprise is actually getting UMK3 for the Sega. Now, I know that sounds like that won't happen until later down the road or if things go well enough. And guys, I just learned something recently. Feel free to wake me up or reiterate things to me sometimes if you think I'm not aware of it. Well, I would say some of you do anyway, so... Okay, so I'm sure some of you know this, but I don't think everyone does, so I do want to share this real quick. I say Wavenet, what do you think of? You think Wavenet UMK3, right? Well, in the background here I have Vanilla Mortal Kombat 3, but what I didn't know is that there's a Wavenet Vanilla Mortal Kombat 3. Was I late to finding out on that and not realizing that it is out there, that we just haven't found it yet? Yeah, apparently there is a Wavenet MK3, a vanilla Wavenet MK3, not UMK3, just the vanilla MK3 without the added ninjas, or say Katana, Melina, Jay, just your very basic Mortal Kombat 3 roster was available for Wavenet. I would really like to see that. I really want to see what that roster looks like and how that gameplay is. If anybody knows anything about just the regular Wavenet MK3, definitely let me know down below. And my research from what I learned was when Digital Eclipse went over to the NRS studios to get their information and see what they could get as far as making these games, the only person that came forward with the UMK3 Wavenet was Stephanie Brownback. Now, huge shout out to Mike Boone, which is Ed Boone's brother, for having that information, but it was actually Stephanie that came forward with it, so we would end up getting it. So we got to give credit where credit's due. Now, I'm not saying this is 110% for sure, but it is what I've been reading online. I will say, as far as the vanilla MK3 though, that does sound like surefire that was available. However, hopefully it pops up sometime in the near future and we can experience that as well. Now, in the last month, I swear it felt like it was dragging, but now that it's getting closer, I do feel like it's actually around the corner. So we're only 15 days away from being able to play Legacy Collection on digital download. So just a quick heads up to everyone, if you haven't pre-ordered this game yet, it is still on sale for most consoles at 10% off. Around American currency, it's listed around $44, $45. I think that's still a pretty good deal. The closer it gets, the more excited I get because they keep revealing more things, and then keep in mind, they did say they're going to share an update with us, that is online lobbies. So before the digital edition hits, they did say they will give us an update on online lobbies. Whether that's good news or bad, I don't know. Why they're making us wait so close to the last minute kind of does have me a little concerned, but it could be good news. As long as I hear that they're working on it and we'll get them, I'll be cool with that. As long as they're actually trying, that will mean a lot, because I don't know what the deal is in not getting lobbies in modern Mortal Kombat games. Yes, this is a throwback collection, but it's still modern time. Like, lobbies should be a modern feature even in old school games. That is, old school games that do put you online against other people, right? I don't know why lobbies is such a lacking thing for Mortal Kombat or crossplay, where most games have crossplay now. It took Mortal Kombat a while to catch up to that. Even MK11 had somewhat crossplay, but not fully. That was just with Xbox and PC, that didn't include PlayStation. It's wild to think Mortal Kombat 1 was the first Mortal Kombat game to have a full wraparound of crossplay, but, well, not technically, because it didn't include Switch. But for the most part, you would get your actual crossplay in MK1, so that's another thing I'm hoping we hear something about for Legacy Collection sometime soon. Now, they already shared we wouldn't get it on launch, that's fine. If we get lobbies on launch, that would be great, but the fact that they're going to wait to share a message with us right before launch on lobbies, I can't say I have my confidence there that it's going to be ready. However, the curveballs they've been throwing us have been good ones, because MK4 didn't look good during those trailers, and everyone pointed that out for the most part, and there was some people in the comments trying to protect the graphics of MK4 in the way it looked in those trailers. It really didn't look that way in the arcade. Don't let your mind deceive what your eyes are seeing. Thankfully, they've given us an option to upscale the graphics. I did a comparison video on that if you'd like to check that out. There is two options to upscale the Mortal Kombat 4 graphics. That's by ×2 and ×4. ×4 looks really good. I compare it to Mortal Kombat Gold, but brighter. And I know some people will argue and say, well, the arcade version had more polygons than the Dreamcast version, and you can go back and forth on that, on which version looks better, but I've always thought Mortal Kombat Gold looks really good. And the upscaled version we're getting from Digital Eclipse now might be the best looking version of MK4 that I've seen. I'm having a tough time telling between Digital Eclipse's MK4 and Mortal Kombat Gold through Dreamcast. Again, check that comparison video out, let me know what you guys think on it. With that said though, I am the kind of player that does like to have at least somewhat decent graphics. I mean, Mortal Kombat has always looked pretty decent. Even the older games look good, they're digitized actors, right? So yeah, when Mortal Kombat 4 drops and it looks all pixelated, that does take away from the experience, and that was a bigger reason why I wanted Mortal Kombat Gold in here, because it looks so much more smooth. But seeing that we do have an upscaled option now honestly does change the way I look at MK4 and how we're going to get it in this game, and I definitely will be playing it more now. It's something I want to share with you guys. The games I look most forward to playing when we do get Legacy Collection in just a couple weeks is definitely going to be Mortal Kombat 4, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Wavenet UMK3, and then on the side, just to revisit nostalgia, I'm going to play some mythologies. I'm definitely going to have to use the reverse mode. And that brings me to my next point I want to share. Here on my channel, I am going to start hosting Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection tournaments. There are going to be cash prizes. For example, there's going to be a MK1 tournament this Friday. Now that's for the modern Mortal Kombat game. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but I do have a lot of channel members on here that enjoy Mortal Kombat 1, myself included. But for those of you that watch that want to join in for fun, whether it's watching or participating, I want to throw that out there for you too. So I do go live on most nights, and I'll also be going live this Friday for the tournament. So if you ever want to play matches with me, definitely join me live. I'll drop my links down in the description below. Guys, keep that in mind. If you want to play against me for fun on Legacy Collection or the modern Mortal Kombat games, join the live stream. And if you want to start joining my tournaments for cash prize competition, and I'll also be doing the modern Mortal Kombat games as well, check out the live streams for that as well. And we're just 2 weeks away from Legacy Collection. So guys, I will see you all live tonight and or in the next video. Much love everyone, and take care.